This is probably the most bearish video I've made in a long time. On my weekly chart, we seem to be breaking this trend line, and that's not good. I've been warning about this for a while, that this channel needs to hold, and I'm running out of hope. I don't want this to be a bearish video, but this does not look good. This is a bullish candle. I mean, yesterday or the other day, I think I deleted all these trend lines, but I've redrawn them back in. I'm going to delete these ones and tidy this up again. There's a few things why I'm bearish. One, my sell signal has just flashed a sell signal, and two, yeah, we just keep going lower. I'm going to delete all of this stuff because really this hasn't played out. This double bottom take two has not worked out. Even this, I'm going to delete that. It looks like this is the channel it's falling down, and that's it's not good. The only thing that I would be happy to see is if we at least hold this channel, even if we do keep on going lower until eventually it breaks out. But I am struggling, I have to admit that. If we look at my other charts, this one over here, this isn't good either. This is a long-term trend line that has been broken. Now, the problem with trading analysis is that you can very easily delude yourself, and I don't want to delude myself. All signs are bearish, like there's no doubt about it. There's no sugarcoating it. But does that mean that Bitcoin's going to crash? It's not, like, there's not the end for Bitcoin. Even if you buy now, it will go higher. I'm going to make separate videos on this, but when it comes to drawing trend lines, I see a lot of people drawing a trend line and they never look back. They're just like, look, no, this is going to hold, and eventually it doesn't. So I'm going to draw another one here to see if that fits, and this does. And like I said, I don't want to delude myself here. If Bitcoin's going to go lower, it's going to go lower. It's okay. The world's not going to end. But how low is it going to go? So I'm going to draw this one here, and this is how you do it with support lines. You draw one, then another one, and another one, and you see which one works. And again, this is a guideline. This isn't, it has to hold this. So I'm going to draw these in, because really it looks like this one has broken, unless we have like a very strong bounce coming out of this, and that's always possible as well. Because going back to this chart, this is a nice green candle so far, and that is good. This is what we call a low test, and what happens here is the price goes down, it gets rejected, and then it goes back up again. So that's a realistic possibility. But I'm not gonna lie, this isn't good. I'm not saying you should sell, I'm not saying you should buy, but yeah, this isn't good, people. Bitcoin dominance, this is riding the top of that trend line. We can keep on adjusting this, but again, how much do you want to adjust it? I'm still hopeful. I'm not full bear mode right now, and even with my indicator, it's been, I said this back here, like back in August. I said, look, what I'm hoping is going to play out is what happened over here, and this would be great if, I'd be very happy if this plays out. Again, we had a sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. So how many is that? That's 6. And so far we've had 5. So, this could play out as well. And zooming out on the long term, and I'm using this as my short-term chart, but let me go back to here. Actually, not that one. I had another one where I had some other trend lines. I can't remember what it is. By the way, when you do trading analysis, you're going to have lots of different charts. Let's look at ETH real quick, actually. Yeah, again, ETH, it really needs to hold this level. It really does. I'm just going to move that across. And, when trend lines get broken, you delete them. And this isn't a good sign on ETH either. Like, this trend line has broken. There's no two ways about it. And I would probably say that's a better line there. So, yeah, realistically, ETH is probably going to fall. But you never know. Bitcoin could reverse. Trump might look at the markets and be like, you know what, I need to do something here. And it's a strange world when you rely on sentiment to, you know, see what the markets are going to do. The S&P 500, see, this isn't too bad as well, but if I flick down into the 4-hour, yeah, I'd probably say this is a small rising channel, which, you know, which is bearish. Let me just draw it out properly. Oh, I need to get rid of the magnet. That's why it's not doing it right. So yeah, I would say there's definitely some kind of channel forming on these macro charts. Let's just draw this in, because we've got to look at the bigger picture. You know, that's the only way to really trade this. So yeah, this is probably more likely to fall. Dow Jones. Yeah, until we break this trend line, things aren't looking good. The UK, don't know what happened here, but hey, the UK's screwed anyway. Yeah, this isn't good for the UK market either. The problem with charts now, especially the macro, like the governments, they get involved because they don't want the market to look bad. And so when you have situations like this, they often do turn on the money printers. Let's have a look at this chart. Reverse repos. Again, I've always said once this starts going up as well, that's when it's time to exit the markets. Now gold has been on a tear, and we have touched that trend line. When did I draw that from? Yeah, that's a long-term support line on gold, resistance line rather. And so, yeah, it'd be good if gold calms down. Silver, still looking good. This isn't a good sign. When you see US oil go down like this, it's never a good sign. So, yeah, we definitely want a bounce from here. And let's look at Apple and everything else. Yeah, everything's on a bit of a downtrend. All right, this is what we need to go up. I mean, if you think about it, like the markets, especially Bitcoin, it's just demand and supply, you know, and Bitcoin is fixed in supply. The demand keeps going up, but that's when the money supply keeps going up. If the money supply doesn't go up, then Bitcoin can't really do much. And the great thing is this whole run has been on without money printing. So yeah, this is not the most optimistic update, but I must say that this candle that's been painted in the last 4 hours is good. I'm happy about that. And this trend line, you know, could hold. Let's just move that a little bit. So yeah, not good, people, not good, but there is always hope.